I've got some bad news, guys. Physical media is not making a comeback, unfortunately. Not really, anyway. And if you've heard that DVD, Blu-rays, or even 4K Blu-rays are reviving, that's only part of the story. Arguably the least important part, because the truth is much less exciting and a lot more final. Physical media didn't just decline, it collapsed. Let's start with the numbers, alright? Back in the mid-2000s, DVDs were everywhere. Physical media wasn't just popular, it was home entertainment like Netflix is now. At its peak around 2005, the industry generated roughly $16 billion annually. But if you fast forward to today, that number's dropped below $1 billion. That's a decline of over 90%, and it's not stabilizing in any meaningful way. Even recently, year-over-year sales continue to fall, sometimes by double digits. So let's be clear, right? Physical media isn't dying, it already died as a mass market format. Streaming didn't just, compete with physical media, it replaced it. Today, over 90% of home entertainment spending goes towards streaming services, and it makes sense. Streaming is instant, it is convenient, it doesn't require shelves, discs, or players, and most importantly for most people, it's good enough. That's the key, because while physical media still offers better quality, and we'll get to that, the average viewer doesn't care enough to choose inconvenience over ease. It's not a battle between formats anymore. That's the important thing. It's a battle between ownership and access, and unfortunately access won. So yeah, here's where things get more serious. Even if you want to buy physical media, it's getting harder to do so. Major retailers have started pulling out completely. Stores that used to dedicate entire sections to movies now have nothing, especially in America. Shelf space is shrinking, inventory is shrinking, and the companies making the hardware, they're leaving too. Some manufacturers have stopped producing Blu-ray players entirely. Others have exited the disc production business altogether as well. So this isn't just a demand problem, it's a supply chain collapse. The entire ecosystem that supported physical media is being quietly dismantled. So let's break down the three main formats, because they're not all in the same position. DVD is still around, but not for good reasons really. It survives because it's cheap, it's familiar, and it works on old hardware basically. Not because it's competitive. Technologically it's obsolete as well, and it's basically like the zombie of the industry. It's still moving, but it's long past its prime. Then you've got Blu-ray, which is in a weird spot because it's better than DVD, but it's not premium enough to compete with 4K, so it's not convenient enough to compete with streaming. So it's kind of stuck in the middle, and that's shrinking as well. And then you've got 4K UHD Blu-ray, which is the only format that's actually growing, at least slightly, but that growth is misleading because it's not growing into the mainstream, it's growing into a niche. 4K Blu-ray has become basically a premium product. Collectors buy it, home theater enthusiasts buy it, people who care about image quality, bit rate, audio fidelity, that kind of stuff. But that audience is small, and it's not replacing the millions of casual buyers who left years ago, unfortunately. But the biggest transformation most people miss is that physical media didn't just shrink, it changed its entire identity. In the 2000s, people bought DVDs casually. You'd walk into a store, you'd grab a movie, and that was it. Now, physical media is driven by collectors, limited editions, for example, steelbooks, boutique labels, special packaging. It's no longer about just watching a film. It's about owning a version of it and curating a collection that's meaningful to you and preserving something tangible. And that changes everything, because collectors behave very, very differently from casual consumers. They spend more, but there are far fewer of them usually. Now, to be fair, physical media still does some things better, objectively better. There's higher bit rates, better image quality, lossless audio, you know, no compression artifacts, no buffering, and most importantly, especially for me, is the ownership aspect. When you buy a disc, it's yours. There's no licensing deals, no removals, no platform deciding it disappears overnight, you know. Those are real advantages, and it's got nothing to do with nostalgia. But here's the problem. Those advantages don't matter to most people, because most people don't have high-end setups. You know, most people don't compare bit rates. Most people don't notice the difference either, and even if they do, they don't care. Yeah, so convenience wins every time, and that's why physical media lost. Not because it became bad, but because streaming became good enough. So, what about the supposed comeback? You know, there are signs of life. Some younger audiences are discovering physical media, which warms my heart and makes me really happy. You know, collectors are more active as well, and certain releases sell out quickly as well. But that's not a revival, it's more of a consolidation, you know, a shrinking market becoming more concentrated, more passionate, more niche. This isn't physical media returning to the mainstream, it's physical media becoming a subculture. So yeah, so here's my honest conclusion to this video. Physical media is no longer relevant to the average consumer. I think we all know that. DVD survives on inertia. Blu-ray is fading, you know. 4K Blu-ray is evolving into a premium collector format, and the industry isn't collapsing overnight, but it's being slowly abandoned by retailers, by manufacturers, and by the mainstream audience. So what remains, what's left, is something a lot smaller but more intentional. A space built around quality, ownership, and preservation. Not convenience, not scale, and definitely not mass appeal. You know, physical media didn't disappear, but it just stopped being for everyone, sadly. If you enjoyed my video, you know, I'm sorry to be such a downer about physical media. I am very hopeful and passionate about it, and I'm hoping in the future that there will be more, there'll be a revival for physical media, sort of like how there is now with vinyl and things like that. But you know, you never know what happens in the future. Anything can happen. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like the video because it makes a difference.